Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2, where we are about to embark on the mission in this game that I enjoy the least, and that I find just the most tedious and poorly done and just generally bad. Yeah, I'm talking about Jacob's loyalty mission, which I find just an utter disappointment in every possible way. Though that may just be my personal dislike of Jacob that's coming through there. Who really knows? Because I'm not too fond of Jacob. In fact, I would say that Jacob is probably my least favorite character in the entire Mass Effect trilogy. That is how much I do not like him. Let's be honest, nobody likes Jacob. He is just extremely boring, and whoever wrote the dialogue and character for this game, they really, really dropped the ball when it comes to Jacob. Because he is just so dull. However many people you hear complaining about Kaidan being a boring character or Ashley being a racist, I guarantee you will find at least 3 people after that number complaining about how Jacob has no character. And they are not wrong. Jacob has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. He is just a slab of flesh that opens its mouth and words come out. Let's just get this over with. I really despise Jacob's loyalty mission, and Jacob as a character in general. And in fact, the first time that I played through this game, I honestly could not believe they had done a character as horribly as Jacob. I really could not. He's just awful. I don't care about the planet. Just launch the damn probe and let's get this over with.
Scans have found something.
Okay, we found the place. Let's land. Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't so out of character for Melinda Shepard to do something like this, I would seriously just not do Jacob's loyalty mission just so he could die in the final mission. Because if being a boring character is a death sentence, then Jacob has well and truly earned it. I may be a little bit vindictive towards him. This is true. Anyways, we're gonna bring Garrus, because damn it, I need someone along on this mission I actually like. And I bet he could do with some stress relief from shooting a bunch of people. Shepard can keep her squad points for now, though, because I want to have some for when I finally decide to give her one of her squad members' loyalty powers. Jacob I have never used and never leveled up. Whatever. Let's just put some random points into places. I do not care about Jacob. I am never going to use him. So, no. And Garrus is already leveled. Let's just make sure everyone has the right stuff. Yep, Shepard checks out. Garrus checks out. Ugh. Come on. If I'm gonna have to take Jacob on this mission, I'll at least make sure he has gear that isn't crap. There we go. Let's get going. I am so not looking forward to this mission. Apologies if my utter disdain for this particular mission and Jacob in general come through a bit more strongly in this episode than they usually do. Generally, I can ignore my feelings towards Jacob just because I don't acknowledge him outside of the obligatory crew conversations. But here, he's the center point, which makes it kind of so that it's basically impossible for me to ignore Jacob.
There it is.
And I don't like that.
They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
So, expect less roleplay and far more me just snarking about Jacob.
They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
It's just how this is gonna go, I'm afraid. Lots of snarking about how much of an asshole or how irrelevant Jacob is. Whatever. Read the logs.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
The hell? Yeah, sorry. I just cannot muster up the urge to even care when it comes to this mission, for the most part.
She always said no. She would threaten to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. And the look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
Yeah. The theme they decided to go for with this mission is, quite honestly, fairly obvious, and while it has some storytelling potential, they just did a shit job with this mission. They really did.
You can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't.
Okay, let's hack the PDA. There we go. Got some credits. And access the next set of logs.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
Okay. Not sounding particularly great, is it? Now, we poked around there. Found everything that I'm pretty sure there is in that area. Let's talk to the beacon.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital
465%. That's a bit on the fast side, isn't it?
782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
My father had a working beacon, but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
It must have after so long.
Okay, let's get going. Honestly, I just want to get this mission over with. I do not enjoy it in the slightest.
From the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed
Yes,
so
yes,
long,
whatever.
but he still has
Let's just
power.
get this over with.
Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Okay, just relax, will you?
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Trouble. You got trouble.
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Yeah, they have definitely gone bonkers. These guys have just totally lost it.
This should punch through their armor.
Down you go. And now... Let's do that. Then shockwave their asses, if you would.
Can't get a lock!
Now, my friend, I would have liked to shockwave you, but I'll or rather, do that. Oh well. Now, let's see here. Pull. And you die. Now bullets and you die.
They didn't have neural decay. They were insane.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
To be fair, Jacob, it has been almost 10 years. He could have changed since then. He might not be the man you remember. That is a possibility. Though I suppose, for you to recognize that,
It's wearing out.
you'd have to have a personality in the first place.
Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
And I need to get this bit of obligatory plot out of the damn way.
They're from the same group as the ones that attacked us, but these are docile.
Yeah, except they're all ladies here. Interesting.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent.
Possibly, but the female on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
Yeah, ditto on that.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
Okay.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
You know, that whole statue worship thing, it reminds me.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like
It
him.
reminds me
You'll
of
hurt me.
that one episode of Stargate. I forget what it was called, but one of the guys they sent through the gate ended up convincing the natives he was a god and they should worship him.
Your captain demands obedience.
That's the long and short of it anyways. And robots.
Weapons are forbidden.
Yeah, fuck your forbidden weapons.
His mechs shoot without question. Not exactly a long-term discipline solution.
Please, here. You could end it.
Okay, someone who's not crazy.
Of his face.
Nice.
But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Okay.
Jacob,
What's up?
what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Yeah, sounds like he lost his shit, to be honest.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all
Yeah,
the
more
male
like
crew members
toys.
are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? The use of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Oh, we'll find him, don't worry. And yeah, like I said, not my favorite mission. Definitely not. Let's blow up a mech and get on with this. Back off, guys. I don't think we'd like to be up close. Jacob, what part of back off did you not fucking understand? Really?
God damn it, it's really him. Just got free, he's covering his ass.
Yeah, he bloody well is.
The old corpse was posed like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Okay, let's deal with this bastard, and then go home.
Incoming.
Make this mission a short one. That's the one saving grace. It's not particularly long.
It's me, Shepard.
Sorry, Garrus.
He had plenty of choices. Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
But now, before I finish this off, I'm going to have a poke around and see what loot there is for me. I don't want to miss some credits or upgrades or anything if I can avoid it, after all. Although, the amount of time I'm willing to spend scavenging around on this mission when I really don't want to be here any longer than necessary is limited. So I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna call it there.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
Honestly,
you can do.
even
You let
if
all your
I
people talk back like
didn't know,
Who are you exactly?
even if I did not know what was going on already, and the fact that this is some sort of messed up sexual fantasy of this guy's, I would be able to tell that was bullshit, because that's the worst lie ever. Whatever, I don't have the patience to deal with this. You handle him, Jacob.
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you are acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hope to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it
Yeah,
all went wrong.
I told you that
But when the beacon was ready,
the
revealing
mission
what
was
happened didn't
terrible.
seem like a good idea.
I told you this was a terrible mission, and now you're probably understanding why I feel that way. Honestly. Who wrote this thing? this is just the worst. And I doubt anything will change my mind on the whole "this is the worst Mass Effect mission in the entire trilogy" thing anytime soon. Narrative. Speaking from a narrative perspective, of course, I'm sure there are a few that are mechanically and gameplay-wise worse, but none that come to mind right now.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
Yeah, that.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
Yeah, well, at least we can reverse this, I think.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
I'd rather call the Alliance, to be honest,
the fuel to
but...
haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn
Yeah.
lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Well, he's sure as shit not gonna escape prosecution for this. I don't care where we dump him. Basically everywhere outside of Terminus has gotta have laws against this sort of thing. Just dump him somewhere and let local law enforcement handle it. End of story.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
Yeah,
10 years,
right. What he said. We gained a level. Survivors are being treated by Alliance personnel with additional Cerberus report. Needs to see Taylor unharmed psychologically by the experience. Jacob has dealt with his father and is now focused solely on the mission. We've unlocked his barrier power, which is freaking useless seeing as I already have that. A new outfit, heavy pistol damage, 28,500 credits, and a bit of element 0. So that's that, I guess.
Ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
I'm not entirely convinced the elusive man is capable of smiling, to be honest, but he must have known about it regardless.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine. You didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Wait, what? So it was Miranda forwarding that. Well, that answers that, but how come?
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
Hoo-hoo, Miranda's in trouble. Sorry, couldn't resist. That was a bit of a surprise, to be honest.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Okay, let's get to it.
Come on, we got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard. Thanks for the help.
No worries.
Anytime, Jacob.
Okay. Now we're done there. Head over to the tech lab and do a little bit of research. But I picked up that heavy pistol damage number 3. Get that. And the heavy pistol critical. Still gotta get some more heavy pistol damage and shotgun damage to be able to up those a bit. Honestly, I could have probably gone around and chatted with crew members and everything, but I just don't care to bother with that. I will do my crew chatting at the start of the next episode. I am just so glad to be through that mission. My hatred of Jacob's loyalty mission was hardly a secret, but doing it is just so annoying. It really is. I do not like that mission at all. I really hate the damn thing. But I think this is a good place to cut this episode. We've gotten through with my least favorite mission in the entire trilogy, and I did not rage quit at any point, so I'm gonna call that a win. Next time, we go help Jack out with her personal issues. See you then, everybody.